Hello one and all, and I guess welcome to my channel. So this channel is called Project Campari. I am Campari, and with COVID-19 currently causing havoc throughout the world and me having a hell of a lot of time on my hands, I thought there'd be no better time for me to set up my own YouTube channel. So initially when I was looking at setting up a YouTube channel, I wanted it to be on different lifestyle and travel related items, but as COVID-19 has kind of put a kibosh on that, I am going to be looking at other things that I can do in the meantime. So one of my great passions is Eurovision, and as we're all aware, Eurovision isn't taking place unfortunately this year. So my first 4 initial videos are going to be video 1 on semi-final number 1, video 2 will be on semi-final number 2, video 3 will be on the Big 5 and the host country, and video number 4 will be a review of what I think would have happened in the final in 2020, which would have taken place in Rotterdam. So for today's video, I am going to get my running shoes on, I'm going to create a playlist, and I am going to do a review of what I think would have qualified from semi-final number 1. Okay, before I go on my run, it's probably a good idea for me to tell you which songs are competing in semi-final number 1. So they are Australia, Belarus, Ireland, Lithuania, North Macedonia, Russia, Slovenia and Sweden. And then the second half of the semi-final would have been Azerbaijan, Belgium, Croatia, Cyprus, Israel, Malta, Norway, Romania and the Ukraine. I'm back. I've listened to all 17 songs. I'm knackered. I'm gonna go and get myself a drink, and then I'll review who I think would have qualified and who wouldn't. Okay, so it's a party, so we have to have a party drink. I have Sainsbury's Finest Prosecco. Let's get into this bad boy. Okay, this could take a while. Please don't go everywhere. Woo! I would say I've done that before, but obviously not. Okay, we're ready. I'm rehydrating. You don't see Paula Radcliffe doing this. And I'm ready to select my acts who I think would have advanced to the final. Now, before I get started, I just need to mention that Malta, Destiny, girl, you are not on Spotify. So when I was doing my run, I wasn't able to listen to you. So it's not your fault, I know that. But I ended up listening to it again when I got home on YouTube, and we'll review that now. So my notebook, 1 second caller. My 8 songs who I think would have qualified. So I'm going to give a little review for each of them as well. So in no particular order. Lithuania, if you don't know, is the Roop, has been a favourite for the Eurovision Kingdom while it's been out, and it's a real bop. It's got a dance routine, it's got a guy in a roll neck, and I think Lithuania had a real shot this year of winning for the first ever time. Second is Russia. Russia's song is, I've said it before, very camp, very non-Russian, but also like would have qualified without a shadow of a doubt. Third, Sweden, not their strongest years. The Mamas actually competed last year as, I don't know what that is, as backing singers for John Ludwig. I think it would have qualified. Fourth song is Azerbaijan, absolute banger and a bop, and would get any party started. Israel, I was in two minds of selecting them as my definite qualifier, mainly because I've had the advantage of listening to them for a few weeks and I like them. Malta, Destiny. She competed at Junior Eurovision, so this was kind of like her opportunity to compete in the main competition, and I hope she will be back in 2021. Really strong song. Sounds a little bit to me like a light version of Adele's Rolling in the Deep mixed with that song that Leona did that sounded a little bit like Rolling in the Deep. It's that kind of genre and that kind of vibe. And then it's kind of more ballady that I go to, and I don't know if this is affected by my run, but Norway by Ulrika. Her song was called Attention, and we're all begging for attention, and so is she, and she would have got it. And then Romania. Now, I like the Romanian song. The only problem I have with it, it's called Alcohol You, and the chorus goes about alcohol you when I'm drunk. Now, it's obviously a play on words of I'll call you when I'm drunk, which I get, but I just think she's trying to be a little bit too clever for what it is. And also there's a line in there about fake news, which in these troubled times, it just makes me think of Trump. And the last thing I really want to be thinking about when I'm watching a song contest is Donald Trump. So those are my 8 mainly certain qualifiers. Okay, so I'm now going to look at the songs who I think had no chance of qualifying, and there are 4 of them. Those 4 songs are Belarus, Slovenia, Belgium, and Cyprus. Now, Belarus is just too chill, and again, this isn't affected by the fact that I was on a run, but it just kind of goes nowhere. And maybe I think it would have taken advantage of the fact that it also had other kind of ex-Russian Soviet blocks in the semi-final, but I don't think it would have qualified. Then you've got Slovenia. Just goes nowhere for me. I think people from that region and around there probably would have liked it. I'm not from that region. Sorry, girl. No from me. Then Belgium, which is like a Shut Up Birds, which is a Bond-esque type. Again, I think stronger things have qualified in the past, and I don't think this would have been one of them. And then Cyprus, which a song called Running, ironically didn't make me want to move in any way, shape or form, and I don't think would have qualified. So the final category that I have is my borderline qualifiers. Now, that consists of Australia, Ireland, Croatia, North Macedonia, and Ukraine. Now, all 5 of those songs I quite like, but I just think that they would have finished between like 9 and 10, 11, 12, 13. And I couldn't pick it. Australia is very well produced, is a good song, but it's taken me a few listens to get into it. Ireland, upbeat, great, and I think in these times it's probably what we need, but their chorus is a little bit juvenile, and I don't know. Croatia, the guy is hot as, and I think he would have stood a good chance if there were just gays voting and mothers at home who were frustrated, because who isn't frustrated in the current climate? He could have qualified, and it is a good song. North Macedonia sounds a little bit like a watered down version of Amazing by George Michael. It's a good song, but I just don't know. I don't know. And then you've got Ukraine, which is so out there. It's very much regional, and I like it, but I just don't know if it would appeal to the wider European, I was going to say Union then, which we're obviously not a part of anymore, but I don't know if Europe would have got behind it. So if I had to pick from those songs, it's hard, not like that. I would go Ukraine, and maybe because of past history, Australia. So my 10 songs that would have qualified for Eurovision 2020 semi-final 1 are Lithuania, Russia, Sweden, Azerbaijan, Israel, Malta, Norway, Romania, and then Australia and Ukraine. Those are my choices. It's not there to throw shade on any countries. There's quite a lot of those songs I actually do like. I'm just looking at past voting patterns and countries who I think would have voted for each other. But those are my choices. You don't have to agree. You probably won't agree, and that's fine. But if you do like what you've seen today, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell. I hear this is what YouTubers do, so this is just what I'm doing. Subscribe, bell, and tune in for my next video. And it's been a pleasure. Have a great night, and make sure to tune in for video number 2.